Hello everyone, it's Tami at Creative Girl Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room today. If this is your first time to visit, very warm welcome to you, and I hope you'll stick around because we have a lot of fun over here creating. So today, Valentine's Day is on the horizon, and I was putting together some little Valentine decorations that were inspired by some vintage Valentine cards. And wouldn't this look so cute hanging like on a little knob on a vintage cabinet or something for Valentine's Day? I think these just turned out really sweet, and I wanted to share with you how I put them together. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with our heart is I decided to paint it red, and I just used the Folk Art red chalk paint. And once I painted front and back, one coat's good, two coats looks a little bit better. I grabbed my sanding block and just sort of went in a little circular motion. This gives the edges a little bit more of an interesting look, and it just smooths the paint out. And I just wanted to point out the sanding block I'm using. You can see the red that's embedded into this. I always keep like a designated block just for like the red, because when you take this block, if you go over to say you have a heart painted white and you do this, you're going to embed that red all in there, and you don't want to do that. It'll just mess everything up. So keep like an extra one around for these crazy dark colors. It just makes life easier. Okay, so our heart is ready. Let me move this stuff out of the way. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a piece of vintage lace as a hanger. Okay, this lace, I found this lace at the flea market many years ago on a big spool. I love to share. I've put together these little cards. This is 3 yards of this lace, and for your stash. I put these in my Etsy shop if that's something you're interested in. It's a real good lace to use for hangers and bows. All right, I turned my heart over, and what I'm going to do here is, this is maybe about 12 inches. I'm going to glue my hanger right here on the back. Okay, I'm just going to do this with my hot glue, and let's lay it there. I used to always drill holes in all of my wood pieces for my hanger, and I don't know, I do it with the glue gun. It's just, this is a mess. Here, let me clean this off. What I did was we're going to be using some feathers, and they're all over my craft table, so they're all over everything. Okay, so yeah, so I used to always drill holes, but the lace glued on works really good. And just kind of clean up that back a little. And I have a couple, here we go, I've got a couple vintage buttons here that I'm just going to glue on the back, so the back of my work just looks nice. That comes with years of selling at craft shows and on Etsy. I always like the back of my work to look nice. You can see here's a finished piece right here. I always felt like when people are taking the time to actually buy something that you've made handmade, you should make it really special for them. Okay, so there's the back. That looks nice. Let's flip it back over, and we're ready to go with our image. So let me show you what I did for the image. This is a vintage Valentine card with these kittens, which is absolutely adorable. I think this was probably torn out of, an old album. And so what I decided to do was scan these images. So I just scanned them and printed them out on some cardstock. And the reason for that, let me just grab my scissors and we'll cut one out here. I like this pink one. The reason I scanned was because, it's once again, it's that mentality where I always would make extra of something. If you're doing a show or, you're selling in your Etsy shop, you just don't want to have like one of something, because, you have a lot of customers all wanting one. So I like to make several of one thing. So that's one of my reasons for scanning. And secondly, I felt like the paper that the original was on was really flimsy, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I thought I would just do a little scanning here, keep the image forever, keep the vintage card. It's a win-win. A lot of you have asked me what printer I use, because I do a lot of work with paper, with images in my art. And I got it at Costco a few years back. It's a, let's see, I wrote it down for you, an HP Envy Pro 6458. I'll just put those, I'll just write that below and if you want to like just look. I actually Googled it for one of my subscribers. She asked me about it, and I found it at Staples. Staples had it. So I think it's still out there and available. I've always had really good luck with it. And it's one of those all-in-one type of things, you know, printer, scanner. I've got a lot of good mileage out of it, that's for sure. All right. So there's our little kitty cat. Let's move the rest of the kitty cat mess out of the way here. I'm going to, let's see, a piece of paper here. I am going to really ink this little girl up, kind of in a bit of a little circular motion. Instead of just, usually I'll just do the edges. I'm just going to take my ink dabber and just sort of in a little circular motion, get some ink on her. The paper came out kind of white, and I felt like that ink, that Distress ink, it's the Distress ink tea dyed color. I felt that it really changed it up. I like the look of that. All right, so next, this is just a little craft stick from the craft store, and kind of the supplies where the popsicle sticks are. Easy to find. And I'm just going to cut this off here to make a support for the back. Just so this is, you know, just got a little bit of strength to it. Take my glue gun. Whoops! Did not want to do that. Crap. Okay, we'll fix it. Oh my gosh, did not want to drop that. That's all right. That's all going to be covered up. But anyway, let me see. Make sure there was enough glue left to hold it on even, right? Oh boy. Crafting gets messy, doesn't it? All right, there we go. She has some support and she's ready to go. Here's one of my handy dandy 3/4 inch unfinished wood blocks. You guys know, if you watch me, I use them for everything. But we're going to elevate her a bit with it. So I'm just going to put that right there. And we'll put some glue right there. Oh, this hot glue is so stringy and messy today. And we're going to lay her right there. Okay. Now see, she's kind of got some dimension about her. I love how that looks instead of just smashing her down on the heart. So let me grab what we're going to use next, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, next up is, this is a feather boa that I got this one at Hobby Lobby, usually always available at the craft stores. And I'm going to cut off, let me see, about 3 inches, 2 3-inch pieces. And get ready, because this is going everywhere. I'm going to shake this over my trash can just to eliminate some of it. Let's see, right about like that. Ah, it's everywhere. Okay, this is very messy, but very pretty too. So here we got, whoa, it's snow and feathers in my craft room today. Okay, good thing that we've got our feather boa, because we have to cover up our hot glue disaster. So, yep, always find a way to cover it up. Just gonna put a little hot glue down in there, take the piece of feather boa and stuff it in on this side. Maybe I might need a little extra right there. Oops. Put that back on. Okay, and then same story over here. Okay. Oh, isn't she cute? What a great decoration. Okay, let's add a couple things to her dress. She's got some little miscellaneous flower box here. Here's a pink rose. She has some flowers on her head, so we'll add to that, like she has extra flowers. And I love these like little blue, pale blue forget-me-nots. Let me find a crappy pair of scissors here to cut these. And maybe add like a little forget-me-not right there. Let's do that. Hot glue. Remember with these images, like the image I used today, your options are you can go on Etsy and, you know, put in their Vintage Valentine download and get all kinds of great things you can download and keep and print out and craft with. Or maybe you have some vintage Valentines of your own, some cute things you can scan and just use your own images too. I've got another scrap of that vintage lace, and let's just tie a quick bow for her dress. Okay. This lace, I've always loved it for bows. They're always just so fluffy and pretty. Okay. Trim it off a little. And how about, like right there on her dress? So cute. Just a little hot glue on that. Just put that right there. And I think, crappy scissors, come back here. We're going to do one more of these little blue forget-me-nots. Maybe right there on top of that knot on that bow. Ah, she's adorable, isn't she? I think we can finish this off with some glitter. Okay, just using my Mod Podge and some little sparkly glitter that I found to add Michael's. And how about let's just put a little of that Mod Podge on her ears there. And let's see where else we would like it. I'll do it on her kitty cat arms. And maybe her kitty cat feet down here. Anywhere you like it. Okay. That is really cute. Aren't these just darling? And I was thinking, if you wanted to use a smaller heart and a smaller image, you could make a really cute like Valentine tree ornaments too as well, using this same theme. So I know I only have 3 of them here, but I'm going to pop them in my Etsy shop anyway because I think they need a good home. And so I'll put the link to my shop below. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. I will be back next week with another video, probably another Valentine project. So I hope you like this video, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.